Welcome to our special live Candlelit Act of Remembrance from St David's Church here in Tonyrefail. This is the final event forming part of our Tonyrefail Remembers series today. You may have joined us for our online service this morning, or perhaps you were with us in person for our service of remembrance earlier today, which included a 2-minute silence. It's a privilege to have you with us this evening. During this live stream, we will be lighting individual candles in remembrance of every single man and woman named on the war memorials here in Tonyrefail, all 150 of them. Following this, we will light a candle on your behalf if you wish to remember a loved one, such as family members or friends who are no longer here, regardless of whether they died in service or not. If you would like us to light a candle for you, then please leave us a comment below on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll bring your messages on screen as we light them later on in the broadcast. We have a short film for you now, written by Eric Cornelis, in which Tom Stubbings performs a moving and raw poem of Remembrance Sunday that unpicks the well-known phrases, "We will remember them unless we forget," and the tension behind them for those who have experienced the effects of conflict firsthand. After the film, we'll immediately go over to St. John's Chapel for the candle lighting.
The trench, the stench, the yelling and the screams, the blood that flowed in the bright red streams. You want us to remember? We'd rather not. But how can we ever forget? The rain of bombs from big metal birds, the thousands dying and the others hurt. You want us to remember? We'd rather not. But how can we ever forget? Hometowns in ruins, families torn apart. They came and they ripped out our hearts. You want us to remember? We'd rather not. But how can we ever forget? I might not know their names or even remember their face, but aren't we all a part of the entire human race? You want us to remember? We'd rather not. But how can we ever forget? Every second could have been our last. So to give 2 minutes, is that too much to ask? They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
The Great War 1914-1918. Major E. Walter Edwards, Welsh Regiment. Sergeant David A. Jones, Welsh Regiment. Sergeant Drummer Edward George Payne, Welsh Regiment. Corporal Thomas W. Harris, Welsh Regiment. Corporal Thomas Morgan, Welsh Regiment. Lance Corporal Albert W. Payne, Welsh Regiment. Private Stephen D. Richards, Welsh Regiment. Private William Williams, Welsh Regiment. Private Evan J. Griffiths, Welsh Regiment. Private Thomas Harris, Welsh Regiment. Private John Williams, Welsh Regiment. Private Robert W. Price, Welsh Regiment. Private Evan L. Morgan, Welsh Regiment. Private Oakley T. Jenkins, Welsh Regiment. Private Jonah Griffiths, Welsh Regiment. Private Reginald Jones, Welsh Regiment. Private E. Stanley Hughes, Welsh Regiment. Private David S. Evans, Welsh Regiment. Private David J. Williams, Welsh Regiment. Private Thomas Burnham, Welsh Regiment. Private Walter J. Andrews, Welsh Regiment. Private Thomas Everett, Welsh Guards. Private Cyrus James, Welsh Guards. Private William N. Davis, Welsh Guards. Private Anthony Evans, Welsh Guards. Private Thomas Griffiths, Welsh Guards. Private Alfred J. Moody, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Private Cyrus Morgan, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Private Evan Meredith, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Private Arthur Shepherd, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Private Thomas E. German, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Lance Corporal Thomas Davis, South Wales Borderers. Private Thomas Jones, South Wales Borderers. Private David J. Edwards, South Wales Borderers. Private Henry Bentley, South Wales Borderers. Private John Thomas, South Wales Borderers. Private J. Yorith Jenkins, Shropshire Regiment. Private Gomer Austin, Shropshire Regiment. Private Danton V. Jones, Duke of Cornwall's Light Infantry. Private William P. Griffiths, Cheshire Regiment. Private David J. Williams, Gloucester Regiment. Private Charles Henshaw, Gloucester Regiment. Private Joseph Jones, Gloucester Regiment. Private Ben Selby, South Lancs Regiment. Private Reginald Davis, East Lancs Regiment. Private Thomas E. Supple, Worcester Regiment. Private A. Garfield Lewis, Black Watch. Private Ivor Davey, Black Watch. Private Ezekiel Stiles, Argyll and Sutherland Regiment. Private Thomas J. Coleman, Royal Garrison Artillery. Private William Jennison, Yorkshire Regiment. Private Henry E. Price, Notts and Derby Regiment. Private Joseph Harding, Wiltshire Regiment. Driver Victor B. Jones, Royal Field Artillery. Driver Percy H. Davis, Army Service Corps. Engineer Oliver Harapas, SS Upserne. Sergeant Albert Brewer, Royal Dublin Fusiliers. Pioneer Henry A. Webb, Royal Engineers. Pioneer David Roberts, Royal Engineers. Sapper William J. Williams, Royal Engineers. Sapper Henry Rogers, Royal Engineers. Second Air Mechanic Hezekiah Morgan, Royal Air Force. Lance Corporal Alfred Johnson, Welsh Regiment. Private David Edward Pugh, Welsh Regiment. Private William Reynolds, Welsh Regiment. Private George Warren, Welsh Regiment. Private Thomas Penny, Welsh Regiment. Private Thomas J. Hodder, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Sergeant Henry Hoover, Royal Fusiliers. Lance Corporal D. Stanley Sherrer, Royal Engineers. Private Fred Lincoln, Royal Engineers. Private William Jones, Duke of Cornwall Light Infantry. Private Dennis McCarthy, Duke of Cornwall Light Infantry. Private Herbert Jenkins, Lancashire Fusiliers. Private J. Morgan, Lancashire Fusiliers. Private Ernest Powell, Somerset Light Infantry. Private William K. Hasty, Grenadier Guards. Private Thomas Stokes, Royal Army Service Corps. Gunner Charles Dobbs, Royal Field Artillery. Air Mechanic Fred Hellier, Royal Air Force. Lance Corporal David H. Sims, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Second World War, 1939 to 1945. Sergeant W.O.A.C. T. Gwynedd Morgan, RAF. Sergeant Brindley O. Davis, RAF. Sergeant William A. Drew, RAF. Sergeant Evan Evans, RAF. Tech Sergeant Albert G. John, RAF. Sergeant A.C. Richard H. Callahan, RAF. Sergeant A.C. T. Victor Lewis, RAF. Sergeant A.C. Dilwyn Enoch, RAF. LAC Trevor R. Manley, RAF. Sergeant Observer D. Melvin Haycock, RAF. Flight Sergeant Stanley Williams, RAF. Warrant Officer Pilot Glyndwr Davis, RAF. Warrant Officer Ronald J. Andrews, RAF. Private A. Ronald Jones, Army Catering Corps. Private Stanley H. J. Gover, Wiltshire Regiment. Private Thomas J. Morgan, Royal Warwickshire Regiment. Private Stanley Evans, King's Royal Rifles. Private W.H. Marsden Jones, RAMC. Lieutenant William J. Davis, South African Engineers. Sergeant S. Harry Holtham, SMP. Lance Corporal A. Colin Thomas, Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders. Corporal Richard R. Burrows, Fife Forfar Yeomanry. Gunner Gwynach Austin, Royal Artillery. Craftsman Hugh Bugler, Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. Steward Kenneth Ferris, Merchant Navy. LAC Brinley Davis, RAF. Flight Sergeant Dewi M. Davis, RAF. Gunner Leslie Daniels, Royal Artillery. Gunner Dewi E. Morris, Royal Artillery. Gunner William Edmonds, Royal Artillery. Lance Bombardier Dudley D. Williams, Royal Artillery. Sergeant Evan Hellings, Welsh Guards. Guardsman E. Clifford Dean, Welsh Guards. Lance Corporal Albert H. Lewis, South Wales Borderers. Lance Corporal Thomas Jeremiah, South Wales Borderers. Private Albert E. Dunstan, South Wales Borderers. Corporal Alfred Cook, RAC. Trooper Louis Stoleni, RAC. Ordnance Seaman Mervyn H. Pontin, Royal Navy. Ordnance Seaman William H. J. Uppington, Royal Navy. Stoker W. Patrick O'Grady, Royal Navy. Stoker Harry Gibbon, Royal Navy. A.B. Kenneth J. Price, Royal Navy. Steward Kenneth H. Gregory, Merchant Navy. Steward Sam Messer, Merchant Navy. Cook Lionel Follett, Merchant Navy. Driver Ralph Evans, Royal Army Service Corps. Driver J. Howard James, Royal Army Service Corps. Driver Clifford Harrison, Royal Army Service Corps. Private Robert G. Roberts, Welsh Regiment. Corporal William C. Dixon, Welsh Regiment. Lance Stoker Charles Thomas Nichols, Royal Navy. Trooper R.I. MacDonald, 320839, Royal Horse Guards. Gunner Edward Shepherd, Royal Artillery. Sergeant F.C. Royal, RAF. Private J. Royal, SSR. Sergeant Arthur Page, Royal Air Force. And those killed since the Second World War. Lance Corporal Michael Button, Welsh Regiment, killed in Cyprus 1958. Gunner Idwal K. Evans, Royal Artillery, killed in Northern Ireland in 1973. Sergeant T. Wayne Crump, Royal Artillery. Lance Corporal Geoffrey Vernon Young, killed in London in 1992, Royal Horse Guards. SAC Mark A. Bowen, killed in Falklands in an accident, Royal Air Force. There's one flower holder with the initials TWM inscribed. And also remembered Air Cadets Nikita and Katie Joe from Gilverthcore, who were killed in a tragic air accident in the St. Aston area. I don't know about you, but that act of remembrance was very moving. Those men and women gave their lives in service for our country, and so it's only fitting for us to lift up their collective names in prayer to the Lord. O God of truth and justice, we hold before you those men and women who have died in service. As we honour their courage and cherish their memory, may we put our faith in your future, for you are the source of life and hope, now and forever. Amen. As I mentioned before, we'd now like to light the candles for the people you would like to remember personally. If you haven't done so already, If you would like us to light a candle for you, please do leave a comment, and we'll put these on the screen as we light each candle. Losing a loved one can be heartbreaking, so let's pray for God's help to comfort and uphold us as we remember those close to us today and always. Father, you know our hearts and share our sorrows. We are hurt by our parting from those whom we loved. When we are angry at the loss we have sustained, when we long for words of comfort, yet find them hard to hear, turn our grief to truer living, our affliction to firmer hope in Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen. And now, back to St. John's Chapel to continue our personal acts of remembrance. Please stay till the end, where we have a special short film that carries a deeper message. As we come towards the end of our live broadcast this evening, we'd just like to thank you for joining us for this special act of remembrance. In closing, we'd like to leave you with a short film written and performed by a local lad, Di Woolridge. Today has been a significant day, a time where we remember those who suffered and sacrificed their lives for us so we could have a better today. May we remember that when we weep, we don't weep alone.
To those who chose to be so brave, to those who rest within the grave, to those who fell and did not rise, with bayonets in hand and fear in eyes, to those who lay on Flanders fields, to those blanketed in poppy seeds, to the trench diggers, barbed wire bargers and front foot chargers, to the privates, lieutenants and camped at war tenants, to the ones who didn't make it back alive, may they know John 11:35. To those fighting at sea, sand or land, to those who see war at first hand, to the Normandy landers, to the beach stormers and cliff climbers, to those who lived at the sword and died at the sword, to the war zone patrollers and fresh-faced enrollers, to the heat-seeking missile controllers, to the every generation of soldiers, may their hearts bind to two words from John 11:35. To those with battles back at home, to those isolated and alone, to those who grieve and no loss of sleep, to those with pain that cuts so deep, to those who know the ache of loss, to those who paid such a cost, to those who know loss of their soulmate, to the ones who not yet know their fate, to the thinkers, feelers and mind blockers, to the bedridden and rage-driven, to the unforgiving and unforgiven, to those whose joy was long left behind, may they know John 11:35. To those who fight for what is right, to those who long to reunite, to those who know their time is close, to those who know that pain the most, to those who feel there's nothing left, to those fighting till their final breath, to the cancer bearers and the cancer carers, to the last post players and the hopeless full swayers, to the light searchers, may they find at the end of the tunnel is John 11:35. To those who breathe with lung-filled pain, who wonder why the world is still the same, to those who have given up on faith, to the ones who feel that nowhere's safe, to the ones who see through a suffering mist, to the ones that doubt that God exists, to the screamers, tearers and silent speakers, to the guilt-built and shame-keepers, may they know that He weeps with us. To those who replay trauma in their mind, may they know John 11:35. May we all know John 11:35.